Well, it's Wednesday, which means it's time for a favorite find. And this one's a cool one. So this is a recent one. Check out that bad boy, it's big. This is a 1949 Ford Tanker TootsieToy. Now, this is not in good shape, okay? It's not, but a TootsieToy is a treasure indicator. What I mean by that is, if you find one in a yard, there's a good chance you're going to find some silver or something else old and of value. But what is a Tootsie Toy? If you watch detecting channels, you're going to see detectorists find them all the time. If you are a detectorist, you do find them all the time. But why is it called Tootsie Toy? Where do they come from? Well, luckily that's easy to answer. I keep looking over it because it's so cool. I'm going to hold it out in front of me so I quit doing that. It's funny how, like, I still can't help it. I just love looking at this stuff. I'm going to be like one of those old hermits living in a mound, dug up trash. Anyway, at the turn of the 20th century, there was the Dowst Manufacturing Company. They were located in Chicago, and there were two brothers, Charles and Samuel. And one day, at the time, they were making like cufflinks, buttons, small diecast stuff. I mean, things for clothing, probably parts for people. I mean, you could probably go to them and say, hey, I need this manufactured, and they would press it for you. But anyway, one day they were like, what if we made a toy car? And they were like, yeah, we should try to do that. And they did. Now, their first big success was in 1911, and it's pretty much regarded as like the thing that set them off. And it was this car called the Limousine. It was just called Limousine, that's it. And shortly after that, they started making Model Ts. And they followed Ford's success because the little Model T blew up. And as a matter of fact, they made this Model T for a long time, like I think all the way up to the 60s. By 1924, though, they trademarked the name Tootsie Toy. They became Tootsie Toy, Dowst Manufacturing Tootsie Toys. Now, the legend has it that they became called Tootsie Toys after their grandchildren, one of their grandkids, they called them Toots. Now, if you've ever watched any like old talkies or any quasi-misogynistic movies of the 50s, you hear the term Toots in reference to ladies of the time. Hey, Toots. I'm bringing it back. So, if you're somewhere and you hear me call you Toots, that's why it's stuck in my head. I probably won't do that. But it's an idea. Anyway, so Tootsie Toy was blowing up. They were like easily one of the most popular toy companies in America. And people were getting them all over the world too. I mean, this was back, another thing is if we look on the inside of this, you probably can't see it, but it says it's made in USA. So you never see that anymore. But it's pretty cool. It's made right in Chicago. Anyway, 1924, they start using the term Tootsie Toy. It's a big deal. But as we head into World War II, production slowed because they started making other stuff for the war effort. Detonator pieces, anything that could be used in weaponry and stuff like that needed a die-cast manufacturing process. After World War II ended, though, it was on like Tron. I mean, they were making cars left and right. Every kid had one. Now, back to the idea of Tootsie Toy being a treasure indicator, you're going to come across these in yards from the 50s. Well, you're going to come across them from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even some houses from the 70s. They start to thin out a little past that, though. I've got a box full of them in Charlotte, just sitting there. I mean, they're not really, the ones out of the ground especially, they're not really worth anything. But they are indicators. Now, oddly enough, the place where I found this one I got a silver coin, like, it was 2 holes after this. So when you start popping these out of the ground, silver's coming. As we entered the like 70s and 80s, you start seeing new companies emerge. Matchbox, Hot Wheels. They kind of took over the race. I remember for a small time, Micro Machines. You remember that guy? I'm dating myself, but it is what it is. The guy would come on the commercial, he'd speak like 1,000,000 miles an hour for Micro Machines. Comment if you remember that. Because if you do, we probably get along because we're probably from the same era. Or you're probably older than me, and that's fine. I like old people. Because I'm swiftly moving into that category. It is what it is. Anyway, that's this week's favorite find, the 1949 Ford Tanker TootsieToy, and a little history of the Dowst Manufacturing Company, which would be known as TootsieToy. If you got questions about it, I'd be more than happy to answer it. Now, look, I'm not a history professor. That's just a little brief overview. As a metal detectorist, you're going to find them, okay? And I hope you find a lot of them, because they're fun. It also means you're probably finding some other good stuff. So anyway, I ramble on here. These are completely unscripted videos that I make. Oh, I do want to say, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So if you've watched this video and you kind of like it just a little bit, even if you hate it, subscribe and also like it. As a matter of fact, if you do hate it, like it twice. Share it. If you like it, also do that. But anyway, I think I'm probably going to have a new giveaway coming up here pretty soon. But hey, this is the favorite find video. It's not time for that. So with that said, I'll see you Friday with a walk and talk. But as always, if you email me at igetthattreasure@gmail.com, I will send you stickers or whatever swag I have at the time. Hopefully, the content's getting a little better. I think it is, but I could be fooling myself because everybody wants to believe that things are getting better. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes things get worse. So I hope this one doesn't get worse. Anyway, if you get out, I hope you get that treasure. Just go dig some holes. It's good for you. It's good for the ground. It aerates the soil. It's good for everything. And in the process, you might find something worth finding. Also, don't forget, send me some of your favorite finds. Tell me about the history of them, and I'll showcase them here on the channel. I think it's great. Plus, it saves me the time and effort from having to think about content to create. So, you know, help me out by making it easier for me. Anyway, I'll see you Friday with a walk and talk. Thank you so much for watching.